So, hey everybody, I've seen a lot of talking and stuff on these Star Wars movies, and it's still going on. I'm finally gonna voice my opinion, I guess, well, for the half a cent that it's worth. I saw it with a couple friends, and we'd sat there and talked about it. And one of the things I'm not seeing anybody mention, even the people that supposedly hated the movie, they're picking out parts of the movie. Now, you're always gonna have, no matter what you do, one way or the next, you're always going to have somebody who hates what you did. If you empowered a female person, you're going to have somebody hate that you empowered a female person. If you did if you catered to one audience, you're going to have another group hate that you catered to one audience. You're never going to win 100%. But what I actually feel they did with the Last Jedi was for 2/3 of the movie, they trolled. Now, for people that aren't Star Wars fans or anything like that, they wouldn't get it. And it'd be like telling somebody who doesn't have a Mustang, it'd be like insulting a Mustang to that person. It wouldn't matter to them. They don't get it. And you could say something funny and they'll still laugh at it. But if you insult a Mustang to a Mustang person, you're literally being a horrible person to that person. You know you're being a horrible person to that person, and you're just doing it to do it. You're being a troll. You're just being a piece of crap. You're one of the types of people on the planet that really the planet would be better without. Um, and literally, for most of the movie, I feel that that's what the directors did because it doesn't feel like a Star Wars movie. It feels stupid, idiotic, and I looked over at a friend when we were about halfway through the movie, and I was like, "Am I watching a parody?" For a minute, I felt like I had gone in and paid and was expecting to see a Star Wars movie, but I was watching a Spaceballs movie. That's just what it is. Um, and I disagree with some of these critics and some of these movie guys. For the most part, I really like John Cambia, but man, he totally airballed it. Sometimes I feel these people airball it, and I can't tell if they literally missed it or if they're airballing it, for some agenda. But John Cambia says that Rey is not a Mary Sue. And listen, Anakin was a Mary Sue. You know, Superman for the most part is a Mary Sue. There are a lot of male characters that are Mary Sues, but they're supposed to be Mary Sues because a lot of them are supposed to show they're either an ideal to strive for, like Superman, or they're supposed to show you if you're too good at something and you get cocky, you're gonna fall on your face, like Anakin. But she's a Mary Sue, and if anybody says she's not a Mary Sue, then they're just lying or, I guess, ignorant. Um, but yeah, I mean, she's a Mary Sue, and they do explain it. And being Star Wars and everything, um, I don't mind the Mary Sue aspect, but she is, yeah, Anakin was a Mary Sue. If anybody wants to talk about it, Anakin was a Mary Sue. But let me ask you this: when Anakin fought Dooku, did he kick Dooku's butt the first time he fought him? A more experienced Force user and a more experienced duelist. No, Anakin lost an arm. He didn't beat Dooku when he first fought him. Rey may have had the power, you know, to face off against Kylo, but she didn't have the understanding or the experience. She had one of the three aspects. Kylo had the power, the experience, and the understanding, or his current level of understanding. He had three aspects. She had one, power. She did not have the other two. There is no way on earth she should have been, she should have beaten him. And I fault J.J. Abrams there. I fault him really on 2 points in The Force Awakens, and that is, he played, well, three. He played too much with that whole stupid idea he has of mystery boxes. Ooh, what's going to happen here? Mystery box. What's going to happen here? Mystery box. He played too much with that. I mean, that was stupid. That was really dumb. I don't know why he did that, but that's his style. And he was the director. I fault him for the mystery box, but it made a lot of people think about his movie, so people had to go watch it more and more and more. So even if you didn't like it, you still watch the movie more and more and more because you're trying to figure out the mystery. So I get it. I think it's a kind of a bad trick, a horrible trick. And then I didn't like to where people know Rey, but nobody knows Rey. So for some reason, Leia hugs Rey at the end of the movie instead of Chewie, and he actually says, and I agree with him. He should have Leia has more of a history and more of a past with Chewie. So, and Han is a common thing between the two of them, with Chewie and Leia. Leia doesn't know Rey, and at that point in the movie, she technically had never seen Rey, never met her. All she knew is that some girl was kidnapped, and Finn was off to rescue her. So, she'd never seen Rey, she didn't know anything about her, so there was absolutely no reason for her to hug her. So, Rey's a Mary Sue. John Cambia, I'm sorry, most of the time I like your opinions, but you are way off the ball. She's a Mary Sue, just like Anakin was. But I'd have to say she's one of the worst Mary Sues that I have seen in cinema history. And the reason I say that is she cannot fail. Superman can fail, like he let the city get destroyed. And he was supposed to be protecting the people, and he let a whole city get destroyed. And he's way OP. He's a Mary Sue. He failed. Anakin's a Mary Sue. He failed numerous times. She's a Mary Sue. She cannot fail. She gets captured. Oh, wow. All of a sudden, she can do Jedi mind trick, even though she has absolutely no idea about it. She picks up a lightsaber, which is basically an entirely different type of weapon than she's used to, and she beats somebody who's experienced and trained in that weapon where she has none. So, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. She can't fail, and they pass it on to this movie, too. And listen, for people that complain what they do with Luke, it's not what they did with Luke at the end of the movie. Some people feel like it's a cop-out, but it's a really good show of intense power. He's a galaxy away. He's in another system, and he does what he does. I mean, come on. We at least got a power play from Luke before he went on. Now, so if you guys complain about that, if you're gonna hate, you're gonna hate. But at the end, I felt that The Last Jedi. I felt that The Last Jedi was a Star Wars movie. The last 30 minutes, the last act, I felt it was a Star Wars movie. But up until then, I felt like that the directors were just trying to tell everybody, we want to destroy Star Wars and make a whole new Star Wars, instead of building off Star Wars, and telling the people who love the old Star Wars that they need to just let it go and let them destroy it without anything. I think it was selfish. I think it was very rude, very inconsiderate. The fans make a property, and then it's either liked and has fans, or it's unliked and has no fans. But it's the fans that make your property go from just another property or just another movie to a legendary movie, an iconic movie. And to turn around and say, we don't care about the fans this time, we're just gonna do whatever, that was horrible. And if you want to put political agendas into a movie, make a political movie. Just do it. I can answer for JJ. I can say JJ Abrams is right on that. Star Wars is a big universe, you can find anything in it. But if you're on a time sensitive mission, you don't stop and do a whole bunch of other missions. Especially when that time sensitive mission means the control of the galaxy is, puts the state of the galaxy, the known universe, in peril. You don't turn around and screw around with other missions. So, something I don't hear anybody talk about, it's the schmuck comedy in the first 2/3 of the movie. The stupid little thing with Chewbacca and the birds. The schmuck comedy, Finn walking around naked. Well, he was supposed to be naked, but he wasn't actually naked. But Finn walking around naked, like he doesn't know what's going on. And they make it a comedy scene instead of Finn waking up and being like, and when he woke up with all their technology, someone should have known Finn woke up. And I mean, they just. And I don't understand why you introduce a female character like Laura Dern's character and you make her horrible. So, to be entirely honest, Ryan or whoever that dude is, whoever was behind introducing Laura Dern's character and all the backlash you guys have gotten for it, you deserve it. You deserve it 100%. I don't care what type of backlash it is, but you deserve it because you put in a female character and you made her crap. By making her crap, you didn't empower women, you didn't help the state of women, you didn't help do anything for women. You just put a woman in charge of a group, and then she refused to communicate with the group and caused tons of problems. And that's all on you. That's not on Laura Dern. I feel bad for Laura Dern. That's not on Laura Dern, and that's not on the character you introduced. It's on what you did with the character you introduced. You deserve all of that crap. Now, if I want to, what is it? Oh, that was a hard drive. To be honest, if I'm going to see a movie about a female character, she doesn't have to be dressed sexy. She doesn't have to be in a unitard. She doesn't have to be half naked. She doesn't have to do any of that stuff. If I'm going to see a movie about a female character, it'd be awesome. I have no problems with that. But it was like my aunt was watching, what was that movie? Bad Moms. And you know what Bad Moms did? They constantly knocked on anything having to do with guys. They constantly knocked on it. Guys are horrible. That was the whole thing they were pushing. And there's a lot of schmuck comedies with the guys. But you know what? I'm not going to say all of them, because I'm sure there's one out there that I haven't seen yet. But in the ones that I've seen, and in most of them that I've heard of, women are, the ideal. Women are still up on a pedestal. You have your dumb floozies, but you still have the girl that's on the pedestal. She is the ideal. She is what you go to. Or they find something, guys are better in this area, the girls are better in this area. They find something that the girls are better than the guys. They kind of have some way to balance out the sexes. It's not guys are awesome and girls are pieces of crap. It's not that. But, in these new movies, women are awesome and guys are nothing but turds. And literally, the guys in what they did to the guys in this movie, the only one who had Poe didn't technically, they just made him look like a piece of crap. He's going to do what he wants to do no matter what anybody else is going to do. And the only way they were able to do that was they actually had to make what they want, a powerful female character. They had to make her crappy, but her being crappy caused Poe to be crap. And that's what they did. They wanted Poe, a character everybody loved from the first movie, and was selling out all over the place, but they wanted to make him crap. And in order to do that, they made a powerful female character, which I can only assume they brought it in to empower women. They made a powerful female character and made her crap. And I don't get this love triangle thing they're doing. I mean, it's stupid. It's really stupid. Unless they're gonna say that Finn and Rey are like, brother and sister at the end of the movie or some crap like that. I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird. I don't know what they're doing. Well, no, I know what they're doing. They tell you in the movie, and they tell you like this. Forgive me because I don't have a pretty face, but they tell you like this. You have to forget the past. Stop thinking about the past. Destroy the past. Forget the past. They tell you like that several times in the movie. They zoom in on an actor's face while the actor is shouting. So he or she is literally shouting at the audience to, forget the past, destroy the past, do all that. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. You don't take something people love and crap on it, and then when they get upset, turn around and tell them they're being childish or all this other stuff. To be entirely honest, the only people being childish here are the people who did something and they trolled. They trolled in such a big way. They did this on purpose. So they were actually being childish. Because for the most part, I think most trolls should just die and go to hell. I say most, because there are some out there that are legitimately funny, and they're just trying to make things a lighter moment. But there are a lot of trolls that are mean-spirited and horrible people, and they're just trying to cause issues. That's why I say I think most trolls just need to die and go to hell. I think they'd be happier anyways, right? So anyhow, I don't know. A Mary Sue done right is good. But I have to admit, I feel bad for the actress. She's playing I forgot her name. I don't know her name. I'm sorry. I should have looked it up. But the actress playing Rey, she's playing a Mary Sue character, and the directors and everybody, they're not handling the property and the character correctly. So they're actually destroying this Mary Sue character who's supposed to empower girls. And that's the thing. These girls, there's these girls they're trying to cater to, and these little girls they're trying to empower. They're actually sending a bad message. They're actually saying, you cannot fail. You cannot fail. Whether it's you're not allowed to fail, or whatever it's saying. The message that Rey sends to girls is, girls just can do whatever they want to do and they cannot fail. They don't have to worry about failing. Oh, something might happen here, something might happen there, but what's going to happen? Well, the girl themselves can't fail, and the old adage of, the knight in shining armor rolling up to save them, the girl can't fail, but if she needs help, there'll be a knight in shining armor, even though society-wise, we're trying to destroy the whole ideal of a knight in shining armor. Luke was handled very well, and he was not a Mary Sue. They made an establishment for his skills, his speeder skills. He talks about bullseyeing small womp rats where he's at, which are just tiny, which explains to why because he did something, he bullseyed, he picked a target and he bullseyed. So, anybody knows anything about shooting, they established that he was a good shot, and they established he had the ability to pilot things. They establish that in the movie. They give you grounds. Um, and then he fails. Like he's almost killed in the first movie, Han saves him. He's almost killed in the second movie, Leia saves him. Well, he's almost killed twice in the second movie, actually, and Han and Leia save him. And then in the third movie, he's finally gotten to the... He doesn't save everybody on his own. But with the help of everybody, he saves everybody. You know, everybody chips in. He didn't do it on his own. And I think Lucas... And I'm not the schmug, cocky, son of a bitch type character that a lot of people seem to wish they were. I'm the guy that's just, you know, I want to do what I feel is the right thing, and if I can help somebody, I will. That's the type of guy I am. So for me, in the Star Wars universe, Luke is always going to be my fave. And I have to admit, there is a part in this movie that really hurt me with what they did with Luke. But they're pretty much telling you throughout the entire movie, they're trying to destroy Star Wars and build a whole new universe. See, in their mind, they don't care that Star Wars already has a good foundation. They want to destroy it and rebuild it from the ground up. And the thing is, they're not doing, and what they're showing so far, they're not doing it in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Star Wars is what it is because of what George Lucas did originally. Not the stuff he did later. What he did originally made and then the people that, you know, the people it found and the people that are attached to it made Star Wars what it is. So if you destroy that, then you're shooting blanks when you're trying to rebuild the same thing. And it's kind of stupid. I don't know who's directing everything at Disney and who's above that Kelly lady at Disney, at Lucasfilm or whatever. But really, and I have to admit, I've heard George Lucas's comments on everything. It's just, I mean, guys, come on. Come on. If you want gold, you don't take gold, destroy it, and expect to get gold. It doesn't work that way. If you want more gold, you don't take gold, destroy it, and then think, oh, I got more gold. No, you don't have more gold. You take gold, and you take more gold, and you add them together, and what do you got? Now you have, you take gold here, add it together, now you got more gold. But, I don't know. If we're lucky, Disney will destroy them. Disney will either come to or destroy itself. And then when it destroys itself, the properties will be out there floating around. Either somebody good will find them, or they'll bounce around between crappy people before somebody good gets a hold of it. So, I'd have to say the Force Awakens and Rogue One could possibly, anybody in their 30s, Force Awakens and Rogue One might be the closest thing to a good Star. I say the closest because I know for some people they weren't good. But Rogue One and Force Awakens might be the closest thing we're going to have to a good Star Wars movie for the rest of our lives. It is possible. And listen, these Disney people saying, oh, everybody's just being childish and just being horrible, and they just hate that we have a woman. Listen, there are people that hate that you put a woman out there, but come on, man. You created a powerful female character, and then you made her crap. I mean, seriously, you're really going to get mad at people for not liking the character when you had a chance and you screwed it up? You effed it up. You effed it up. You made the problem. You trolled everybody. You yelled and screamed at everybody. You screwed it up. And you created the problem. The fans didn't create the problem. There are some fans out there saying, oh, yeah, we created the problem because we didn't like what we were hearing. Yeah, those people are idiots, whatever. In general, Ryan and this Kelly lady who are saying the fans are the problem, no. You knew you created a problem, but you weren't. It's like I actually heard somebody say this online today. Trolls love to troll, but they hate to be trolled. In other words, you're just a bunch of weak, pansy people. You created a problem, you created discord with people, you created, instead of bringing people together, you tore people apart. You did. Kelly and Ryan and whatnot. You tore people apart. You know exactly what you're doing. The fact is, you guys just can't handle the backlash. You caused a problem and you can't handle it. So you're saying everybody else that it's their fault. The only reason I know that is because I know somebody who turns around and says you can't expect them to do the simplest things, and then they turn around and then that person blames me and says that it's my fault because I'm jealous, it's my fault for this, it's my fault for that. So the only way, I kind of want a relationship with this person, but the only way I could keep a relationship with this person is if I let them blame me for all the problems they create. And that's essentially what Ryan and Kelly are doing. They're blaming the fans. I'm not going to justify all fans. There are crappy people out there too. But they're essentially blaming a majority of the fans for the problem they knew they were creating, and they did on purpose. They trolled people, and people didn't like being trolled. And these people are like, and Ryan and Kelly are like, you shouldn't mind being trolled. You should just let us do whatever we want to do. And you guys are just being children because you're not letting us do whatever we want to do the way we want to do it. So, you know what? Ryan and Kelly, you guys seem to be the biggest trolls right now, and you're causing huge diversion between people. So maybe you should join that group of trolls, which I think would probably be better off in hell. You didn't like it anyways. You'd have your own safe spaces. I don't know. I don't even know if this video will post. Listen, for most of you that listen to me rant, and you made it this far, awesome. And I wish everybody well. I really do. I don't wish anybody any harm. So, anyways, till next time, or the next time I randomly want to show my tubby face. You all take care. Take care of each other. All right. Bye.